Oh, two, three. Like and subscribe and send me an email. I want to be your music teacher. Hey, I'm back. It's me, Nick. You remember me, the guy who was posting very frequently and then all of a sudden stopped? Well, I'm here to give you an update on where I've been and what I've been doing. And so I figured, also it was my birthday. So I figured I would show you some of the fabulous gifts that I received. For instance, whoa. We're now running through this, everybody, and I love it. This thing is fantastic. The PV Bandit Supreme. It's fantastic. It sounds really good. I totally recommend checking out that pedal. And I also became very interested in the soundtrack for the movie Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid. It was written by Bob Dylan, so I've been very excited about that. In fact, my theme song there was very inspired by the song Billy. From that soundtrack. And the other thing I've been doing is listen to a whole lot of Jimmy Reed. Can you see this enough? What a fantastic album cover. Found Love by Jimmy Reed. And Jimmy Reed is a very important figure in my musical experience, as I had to write a huge paper analyzing and transcribing a lot of his music to help me better understand the music of the Rolling Stones. So anyways, I love both of those things. But that is not why I've been gone. I went away to do a course in something called Orff Music. Orff! A fellow named Carl Orff. And what it is about teaching groups of young people how to play ensemble music. Okay, and what does that mean? Well, it means how to play music together with people and how to kind of create a cool sounding song using just the things that we have, like our body percussion, maybe a little drum or something, maybe a recorder, maybe something, like a xylophone or something like that. Okay, so I was doing that. It was a fantastic experience, and I really recommend that. It is really fantastic. And it caused me to sort of reevaluate maybe slightly what is going on with my channel here. And though I've been enjoying making videos, I obviously don't think that I'll be able to keep up the rate that I had been. Frankly, because I'm not that interested, as some of my previous videos have mentioned. This is basically about making the new McDonald's Big Mac, right? I got to make the Big Mac in video form in order to appeal to the Google and YouTube people, right? So they'll push it more, right? And I have to sort of adhere to what is hot and hip and new and making the video on the brand new thing that happened yesterday. But that's really not what I've ever been about in music. I like doing my own thing. But I will say that doing this Orff stuff made me really think about what it is to play with other people. And I do worry that this YouTube business of playing on YouTube and everyone posting videos of them playing on YouTube and practicing on YouTube and all of their educational materials coming from sort of solo individuals such as myself is maybe not really what I'm about. I've always been about trying to be in a band and playing with people that I'm simpatico with, people that I have that I just get along with, and I'm very lucky to have had a lot of people like that in my life. And the Blue Cougars, for instance, is my band that I'm in, and I'm just so lucky to play with people that I love playing with, and that is something that I cannot teach you how to do that here. And in fact, any music lesson, they kind of can't, because there's a sort of a different sort of a relationship going on, right? Like we're listening to what I have to say patiently and being like, oh, yes, indeed. But in a band, it's more of a democratic situation, dare I say, or a fascistic situation where someone is bossing everybody around, right? And so those dynamics are difficult to really talk about in this digital world that we find ourselves in increasingly in order to help us enjoy music and learn music. And so what I'm talking about here, what I'm getting at here is you have to make sure that you're playing music, do not play to the video. Try to not play to the video. That's very difficult. And I think that rock music in particular is about playing to the video, and it always has been, and I actually love that. But I want you to be aware and think about if you are playing to the video, or if you're playing what you want to play. You don't have to write a song. You don't have to know about notes or anything. You just make a sound and have fun doing it. And don't feel any pressure to improve. Just try to feel good. Okay, and if you feel the push, I want to learn this, I want to learn something, well, then you got to follow up on that. Okay, and so that's kind of where I'm at. Of course, I'm going to come back and do lessons and go on some kind of rant about something, because that's what I do love to do that. But I just find that operating through YouTube and things like that, you're presented with statistics and algorithmic concepts that I feel are sort of perhaps designed to make the bigger, newer Big Mac, as it were, and to keep up with the Joneses, as it were, which is something that I'm definitely not interested in. So I'll be doing this at my own pace, and I will be enjoying myself. And so another thing that I wanted to sort of leave you guys with was something to do with this Jimmy Reed thing. This is probably my favorite thing to play for the past years. It has just been simple sort of blues, pop rock stuff. And one thing that I learned from this Orff business was never explain what you're doing. Let the young people just sort of take it in and then figure it out, okay? And don't you think that YouTube music is a lot about explaining things? And, we always want the explanation. We got to know the backstory behind this superhero. I need to know everything. Okay, and we can, I myself forget this. So anyways, hey, I want you to try to copy my rhythm and feel, and then I'll be signing off, and I'll see you out there. I hope to see you people in the real world, and like I said, I want to be your music teacher. I love teaching remotely. I think that works pretty well, but in the end, I think I want you to try to be just playing music and having fun, and maybe try to get together with some friends and see what you guys can do. So anyways, hey, see if you can get this feel. Now, the one thing that I'm going to try to do is think about how I would move if I would play this. I remember Stevie Ray Vaughan saying that songs used to be about how you'd move. All right. See you next time, YouTube land.